Emerging from the wilderness, the Yamaha R1 has always been synonymous with race bikes, and of course our very own Valentino Rossi, who has been behind the development of this bike since day one. The newer edition of the Yamaha R1 is basically what you get in WSBK, but a little bit toned down just so that you can enjoy it on the street. But this model of the Yamaha R1, the 2012 one, this was the perfect street bike that anyone could have. This was meant to tear down your canyons with enough amount of torque on every single gear. With the tap of the throttle, this thing will give you a huge fucking smile on your face every single time you crack it open. But the best part about the R1 is not any of it. The best part about the R1 is the bewildering nature of the throttle. Way down low, even at 1500 RPM, this thing pulls and just slingshots you. This thing has enough power to decimate every single superbike, even in this set. Who can call this a 10-year-old superbike? Well, this is the 2012 Yamaha R1, and the best part is that it's cross-plane and it's got a Tosa exhaust on it. Let us hear how it sounds. Absolutely brutal. Well, these are the Yamaha R1s, the cross-plane and the regular Big Bang edition. The R1 out here that we rode is absolutely bonkers, I must say. Rossi was the one who was behind this, and we clearly know what this bike does. The crossplane with the Big Bang firing order is truly brutal by all means. 1324 is the way the crossplane's engine works. The pistons fire oddly, and more than anything, the way that this bike puts out power is maddening, I must say. Having owned a ZX-10R, riding this back to back, it's a huge world of a difference. Where the 10R lacks in low-end power, this fills up the gap with a burst of low-end power. Well, it is so brutal that it is absolutely unrideable in city conditions. Well, you should never ride a little class bike in the city. This bike was redesigned from ground scratch. This is one of the most easiest to ride motorcycles that you can ever get. The rider's triangle is so comfortable that it feels like an extension of your arm. It feels like you and the bike are getting connected as one. The entire motorcycle out here, I would say if I'm sitting on a bike, I feel like I'm sitting inside the bike. That is how the entire bike feels like. In A mode, this bike is absolutely ruthless. One single whack of the throttle and there's a huge jerk followed by a lot of judder blow down, and then once the revs start climbing up, it just soars and soars and soars to the meaty part of the power band, and then it kind of settles down in the above top. It is not the case with the newer generation R1, but this out here is a mid-range madness. It has a ton of mid-range power, great top end. I would not say a ballistic top end, but kind of power that this thing just builds up right from down low is absolutely amazing. Fortunately, these are 3 piston calipers that come on the R1 out here, along with the USD 43mm Showa big piston forks, which are totally adjustable from preload, compression and damping on both the forks. They're not O-links, but the fronts are one of the best quality suspension that you can ever get. And the 3 piston calipers listen out here, those is stock. This has an amazing bite because the master cylinder is actually from Brembo. Also at the same time, at the rear and front, both of these bikes out here do not come with ABS. Yes, I mean it. There is no traction control on both of these bikes. These are as raw bikes could get. On the scale of 0 to 10, these come under the highly advanced or expert level category riding bike. While the naked bikes like the Street Triple or the Z900 have a lot more legroom for you to sit and enjoy moving around your butt a little bit more, the pillion seats on both these bikes are not the places where you would want to sit, especially because these have underslung exhausts under the seats, and these get super hot, especially because the R1 out here comes with the Tosa exhaust, and this is how it sounds. At first glance, this motorcycle looks like it was designed in the wind tunnel, with the entire front part being super aerodynamic, and there are scoops for air to pass through as well. The demonic looking entire front part is the one which catches the most amount of attention, and this looks absolutely brutal to look at. The entire feature of this bike is very slim, sleek line, but the entire clip-ons are super easy to feel, and you feel snug while your thighs are tight up against the tank. Coming to the other parts of this bike, the front aerodynamic bit scoops down into the aerodynamic section out here, which lets you tuck in full deep out here to let your helmet rest neatly on the beveled edge that there is. Also, the entire tank is shaped in such a way that your thigh rests easily on this so that you get maximum grip when you're tucked down low and also going knee deep into the corners. The footrests are of course a little bit on the higher side because this of course is just a race bike with lights. This was never meant to be ridden on roads, but of course we want motorcycles which make us feel closer to death, and this was the Widow machine back in the day. This motorcycle comes with golden rims stock from the factory to commemorate the entire GYTR edition of this motorcycle, that is the Raven Black edition. The Graves Yamaha Racing is one of the biggest teams out there for WSVK, but the golden rims on this bike looks absolutely stunning, I must say. The golden suspension also is great. Only gripe about this bike for me would be that the rear suspension is a little bit too soft. Bumping up the preload would definitely help me, but the front is slightly stiffer because of the way that it has been tuned now. But originally from stock, as we see with the other Yamaha R1, the front is a little on the softer side as well, which soaks up bumps quite well, but you can feel the entire bumps and small feels on the road as well. Right from the gravel to the humps and bumps, you feel it all, which makes it a jittery experience to ride on the roads, but on the track, this is where both of these bikes belong. Going from a standstill to 100 km/h comes in right about 3.2 seconds, and this bike goes all the way up to its 11,000 to 12,000 RPM red line with no fuss, after which it silently sizzles out to its 14,000 RPM. These two motorcycles out here do its best when in the mid-range, and that is its sweet spot around 9 to 10,000 RPM, and this is absolutely beautiful because it feels right at home, planted blind, with the throttle being pinned fully. Both of these bikes, especially the cross-plane one, begs to be ridden hard, and this gives you so much of a smile because if you just let go of the throttle a little too much, or if you're not too careful with the clutch, this wheelies like anything in no point of time, and you'll be off in the air without even thinking twice. So much amount for so less practicality. This is the perfect bike for motorcycle enthusiasts who really want to experience what Rossi felt on his M1 MotoGP bike. Talking about that, we have the MotoGP season coming soon in India, and we are absolutely excited to be a part of that. We'll see you soon there with the Yamaha section as well. But before that, if you like this video, don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe, because this is the Yamaha R1 and we are here because the bikes revs your heart and it revs ours too. Hit the bell icon for notifications because we'll be coming up with a lot more content. If you like this video, of course write down your feelings in the comment section below. Until next time, get set now.